Welcome back to yet another video that may or may not be made from 100% real cheese. Today we're taking a look at Super Mario Odyssey on the Nintendo Switch, a game that's surprisingly glitchy given how recent it is. But you will see Mario hop, skip, and fall into some very weird and straight up buggy situations. Some of which are pretty funny, and others just A few of these glitches were recorded on version 1.0.0, and since the script is very old and I'm too lazy to rewrite it, they may be a bit very outdated. But if they do work for you, drop a comment or something. Honestly, I would love to see these still work. Well, without any further ado, let's jump up into the air and jump right into these glitches. You ever just sometimes really dog? Yeah, I've got no idea either. Looks like this dog's gonna be learning a few new tricks, and they're not exactly the ones you should be teaching real doggos. So, as you can tell from our oh so lovely display, doing this glitch will make Mario and our hat-wearing canine friend perform a rapid-fire frenzy freakout full of hops and whatever else is going on in this picture. From what we can tell, Mario is hopping on the dog, but since he's bonking his noggin on top of the door there, he immediately gets sent back downwards, right back onto the dog. If we slow down the footage, we can see Mario's making some really weird faces. Y'all can interpret that as you will. Now, if you want to try this out for yourself, it's actually really simple. All you need to do is go to a level that not only has the dog close to the Odyssey, but the dog also has to be able to walk onto the flying hat ship as well. That means places like the Sand Kingdom aren't a good fit for this glitch. I found that Seaside Kingdom takes the least amount of hassle to get it up and running, or in this case, jumping. Just get the dog to follow you just right so that he's right in front of the door. And now all you need to do is just hop on top and Mario, I think you need to stop. Fortunately, getting out is just as easy as moving away from the door. Okay, but seriously, why is this a thing? Alright, so because this glitch is so easy to pull off, the difficulty rating should be a bit of a no-brainer. We're giving this one a cool rating, which means this is definitely a glitch you should try out. Sliding on to this next one, we've got a glitch that'll turn your world upside down. It's not too wacky, but Mario doesn't exactly climb poles how he's supposed to. And even, sometimes Mario will just be shaking very rapidly when he's in a place the game really doesn't want him to be. And just like other times, Mario would just be chilling out, floating off the tree. The reason why all this happens is because of the fact that Mario's supposed to climb to the top of the tree, but he climbs over the top and doesn't enter his top of the flagpole state, but he's still sometimes attached to the capsule-shaped hitbox of the tree trunk. So that means Mario can move left and right like he's on the sides, but because he's on top, things don't exactly work out that way. But let's get into exactly how you can do this. First things first, you'll want to head to the Lost Kingdom and find yourself a nice tree. I like this green-leaved tree near Uncle Amiibo. Okay, quick thing, why is this guy called Uncle Amiibo? Is Mario's mother an amiibo too? Whatever, just climb up to the very top, handstand included, and gently slide back down by giving the control stick a quick flick. With a regular camera height, you'll want Mario's hat to be right underneath this little indent in the tree, and then just move up. It may take a few tries, but Mario should be hugging the top of the tree like a weirdo. From here on, you can just move backwards, left, or right of Mario, and by combining those three directions in different patterns, you can get some pretty funny results. Sometimes, if you hit directions like back, right, left, right, Mario can just levitate onto some side of the tree. You can get Mario doing things like this with a tree leaf, or some other fun things. Like for example, if you climb onto the tree normally, get into the correct area by moving clockwise, perform the glitch, and then move back, right, back, Mario can flip upside down and climb. In this topsy-turvy dilemma, Mario can move downwards by holding up with the control stick, and vice versa. Even funnier is that Mario can climb into the ground like it's not even there, and slide up the tree like gravity isn't a thing. I'm sure there's combinations to get even crazier results, so do try it out for yourself. So, because this glitch isn't exactly the easiest and sometimes just a little inconsistent, I'll be giving a difficulty rating of mild. First means first. Or does it? Normally in a standard playthrough, you get the first moon, well, first. But if you can manage to skip it, let's just say some things don't work so perfectly. Mario can just walk through that gold chain shop, and into places he probably shouldn't. The level's internal progression, if you can call it that, is frozen on its first state, which is when you haven't collected the first moon and the bridge is up. In this state, the boss trigger isn't loaded, but a few moons are actually able to be collected. Many doors and secret areas are blocked off, so there really isn't much to do at this point. I don't think there's enough moons that you can collect like this to start the Odyssey either, so the most that you could do is go back and get the first moon. At least the dinosaur works. But enough about that, let's talk about how to do it. So, getting past that first moon is much harder than just getting the moon itself, although it's pretty simple. The gist of it is that you need to get into the water behind the first moon, and swim to the spot above the rocks. You gotta throw Cappy, and when he comes back, you have to jump right then and there to get a good boost out of the water, and then throw Cappy again and dive into him, wall jump off the wall in front, and then toss and dive to the right. It's not easy. With a good amount of tries, you can do it, but honestly, with the amount of effort it'll take and the little payoff, I'm giving this glitch a rating of Caliente. It's definitely a hot mess to try out, but if you're feeling spicy, then you might as well do it. Flapping on back to the Cap Kingdom, we've got a bit of an oversight on Nintendo's part. Nothing big, but you can casually fly through this wall. So clearly with this glitch, or more specifically oversight, you can get this Paragoomba to fly right into this wall, and from there you can explore the underside of Bonneton. There's a few cool things that you can do in here actually, like swimming in the underground pool before you pull the plug, which looks especially funny since Mario looks like he's just swimming in the air. Even the fog knows Mario is there. Pretty weird. But don't get too low, otherwise you won't live to tell a tale. Of course, to pull this one off, it's brain dead simple. Get a Goomba and just fly through the corner of the wall here. You know, you'd think they test for edge cases, but I guess not corner ones, because you'll just slip right through. This glitch wasn't very difficult to pull off either, so I'm giving it a cool rating. It's no Galaxy, but Mario's not going to be following the rules of gravity, and with dives like these, Mario could be in the Olympics. Well, maybe next year, champ. If you haven't noticed, Mario's diving infinitely in the air, something that's clearly not supposed to happen. Normally, when Mario does his cap toss and dive routine, he can no longer do it again, standard fare. But with this glitch, Mario can fly first class, at least until he's grounded by the realization that this was a mistake on someone else's part. There's not much depth to this one, and that's not just because you can really only move in two directions. Gaining altitude isn't exactly something you can do with this either, so instead of flying, it'll be more like falling with style. What you see is what you get, so let's find out how to do this glitch, shall we? First thing you'll want to do is go to Shiveria, all the way back to where the Odyssey is. See this Taifu guy over here? He's the only one who can make this possible, so watch closely and don't let your eyes get cloudy. Jump into its wind stream, throw Cappy, and dive. At this point you'd normally say, Mario can't dive or throw Cappy anymore? But not today. You can keep throwing Cappy and diving as much as you like. Now, this glitch does work with all Taifus, but the one near the Odyssey gives you the most wiggle room when it comes to plummeting into the freezing waters below. And speaking of freezing, in terms of difficulty, this glitch gets a cool rating. Now, in most Mario games, Mario runs into a wall and that's that. Well, maybe this wasn't the best example. Anyhow, in this case, walls and collision are about as much to Mario as realistic physics are. Introducing the roll cancel clip glitch, a tongue twister to talk about and a thumb twister to perform. What this glitch does is that it lets you through basically any wall that you want, although more likely than not, what you want isn't on the other side. Of course, the few times that you do have something over the solid wall that you want, it's super good. Like in the Sand Kingdom, you can get to the Sphinx's treasure without even talking to him. Again, you could plummet to your doom in the Snow Kingdom, or you could perform a bit of sequence break back in the Sand Kingdom. While it's true Mario will be going through these walls, you'll be wanting to slam your head into one after I show you how to do this glitch. So there's a specific movement that you'll need Mario to do in order to get him through walls, as seen here. To break it down simply, Mario ground pounds, begins a roll, and a frame later, Mario slides forward with a cap throw. You can do this two ways, with one being slightly easier than the other. The first method, which uses snapshot mode, is as follows. Jump, ground pound, do not release ZL or ZR, and when you're on the ground, press X or Y to roll, and enter snapshot mode the frame afterwards. If you did it right, Mario should still be in the sitting pose, but slightly off-centered from the little shockwave effect. Now what you want to do is let go of ZL or ZR, turn off snapshot mode, and on the next frame press X and A. If all went well, Mario will slide forward with his cap throw. Now the other method is actually just like the first one, but you don't use snapshot mode. For me this is actually slightly easier, but you gotta be very fast. Now that you've got the movement down, just do this next to a wall, and you might go through it. I don't think this works with all walls, but if somebody knows, drop that hot knowledge in the comments. And speaking of hot, this glitch gets a Caliente difficulty rating. It's not an easy one, but if you like your glitches with a bit of kick to them, definitely try this one out. I must go. My planet needs me. I guess we gotta upgrade this Hammer Bro to a Paragoomba, because we've kinda sent him flying. So, what's going on here? Well, this Hammer Bro seems to have not gotten the memo. The rulebook states that what goes up must come down. I guess this is a special Tanuki variant. Okay, he's going really far, like really far. Since he doesn't look like he's coming back down anytime soon, let's learn how to do this so we can prevent our Hammer Brothers from being sent to the cosmos. You'll obviously want to go with the Luncheon Kingdom and over to this area with the Hammer Bros. Climb the nearby mountain and grab 2 turnips, and alternate throwing them until you can get them over to the coin blocks over here. Throw one of them near the wall, right here, and then with a precise toss, get the other turnip to land about a block's distance away from the coin block, making sure that's roughly centered with the middle coin block. Also during this time, make sure you hit the turnips a few times with Cappy, just so they don't despawn. Kill the Hammer Bro nearby you, and when he respawns on top of the coin block, immediately knock off his hat and have him fall on the turnip, and he should just start floating towards the other turnip, and when he hits that one, he just floats away? It's certainly weird, but I'm not rating glitches on how strange they are. But if I were to give it a difficulty rating, I'd hit it with a mild. But at the very least, we should check if he's still going up, and I don't think he's coming back. Hey everyone, what's up? I'm not even sorry for that one. Something's up with this Pokeo, and no matter if I look at it from the left, right, or upside down, I just can't seem to figure out what went wrong. All jokes aside, this is the flipped Pokeo glitch, which really needs no more explanation than that. Pokeo Mario was stuck looking up, and even fires off his beak upwards to pierce the heavens, or at least make an attempt. It's a bit of a shame that you can't really climb up things with this. It'd be pretty funny to see Pokeo Mario look like he's running up a wall. While you may be turned over like an apple pastry, if you don't want your bird bottom turning into a bulletin board, I'd recommend not having this glitch active around other Pokeos. They're a little jealous, and a lot of aggressive. If you want to deactivate this glitch, all you have to do is walk in any direction you please. Now if you want to activate this glitch in the first place, you'll need to grab yourself a Pokeo in Bowser's Kingdom and get on top of one of these roofs. Is it roofs? Roofs? Whatever. Firstly, get on top of this roof and get up and personal with this little ledge. Now poke as hard and fast as you can. Just go at it, mash, while occasionally switching up directions, and then it just works. You can use a spin attack to move you a little bit, but once you stop poking Mario, it'll just slowly rotate back to normal. Now that we've twist turned Mario's life upside down, I'm giving this glitch a rating of fresh, cool. Alright, this glitch rocks. Imagine the floating hammer bro from before, but this time with a rock. There isn't much to say past that. You can grab this rock, and when you throw it, it just kinda stays in place and rotates. I'm not saying it's weird that a rock is just floating there spinning. I mean, look at this planet that we're on, I can tell you that Earth itself isn't a glitch. But this rock is, and even when you kick it, it doesn't really care in the slightest. I guess it's a magic rock for a reason, since normal rocks don't float like this, only the sparkly ones. Now the rock, just like Hammer Bros, isn't exactly a nice guy. Put him on top of any NPC, and they don't look like they're having a good time. And you know what, I don't think they sound like it either. You can also kick the rock in midair, which is cool, but I doubt it'll say you're welcome. That's really all there is for me to say, so it's time to explain how this is done. What you'll want to do is go to the Wooded Kingdom, and then grab this rock near the Odyssey. Take that rock all the way here at the Iron Road entrance. Stand on this spot where the flowers meet the grass, and throw the rock onto the platform. Stand on the platform, and as it falls, pick up the rock. And if all went well, you got yourself a rock ready for floating. Of course, when all said and done, doing this glitch gets a cool rating. Let's go back to visit our doggy friend, who will take us out of this world with the next glitch. As you can see, or maybe not, there's a dog up there, but maybe swap out that G for a T, because our puppy is no bigger than a pinpoint. But he didn't get there by himself. Mario is his partner this time, and this dream team's gonna reach the edge of the cosmos. You can even get a good look at the Earth as well, or whatever planet Mario lives on. And you can see that this level takes place inside a giant crater, which is a little weird since the rest of the moon makes it look like it's a giant donut, but enough about desserts. Let's get into the main course. Firstly, you'll want to head to the moon, because it's the easiest and, honestly, only place I bother to record footage of. Find the dog near the Starshroom and do what you'd normally do. Begin jumping on his head. Make sure you're facing the same direction that the dog is, and then at the very top of your bounce, throw a cappy. The more you do this, the more you'll realize that the dog is slowly rising. You can keep doing this for as long as you'd like, or even take some pretty nice screenshots. Simply beautiful. This isn't the most difficult glitch in the world, so I'm giving it a difficulty rating of cool. This next glitch we've got is definitely real odd, you see? Finding out who's the sharpest shooter in the West just got a little easier. With this glitch, we can make those tank bullets curve harder than Corey Swerve and Serve. Normally, the tanks throw one straight down the line, but it looks like curveballing can hit the target too. Now, I'm no tank expert, but I'm absolutely positive that tanks aren't supposed to do that. Maybe it's Mario putting his spin on things, but it's not Mario Galaxy, so I'm not too sure about that. Okay, I'd say that's enough going around the subject, so let's get into how to do this. Head up to the upper level of Wooded Kingdom, and take over Mr. Tank for a quick second. Make sure motion controls are on, and turn on snapshot mode. Turn the controllers as if you're aiming somewhere far, far off screen. And when you exit snapshot mode, as soon as you possibly can, hit fire. And the bullet will curve towards from where you were looking before, towards where you're looking now. It's pretty neat. No heat, so difficulty gets a cool. These aren't your average gnarly waves. This lava's lethal, so to surf these magma seas, we're gonna need a special surfboard. Yeah, forget blooper surfing, Podobo surfing's where it's at. So from what it looks like, we've got Mario standing inside a Podobo, which is a little weird considering I'd figured most people wouldn't want to be standing inside a molten ball of fire. It's a little odd. But if you look at Mario, he seems to be completely fine with it. Even if that means he's plunging face first into lava. He does a neat little flip though, he's like a dolphin. Also, I like that the Podobo has Mario's cap on. I guess we know who's wearing the hat in this little relationship here. Mario. Mario has the hat. And when it comes to breaking up these two, death is the only salvation. While there's freedom in fire, finding out how to do this glitch is just as fine. What you'll want to do first is go into the pause menu and activate 2-player mode, and optionally assist mode because you'll be doing a lot of the dying thing if you don't. Pull up to this spot near the start point of the world, with the stack of Goombas right above you. There should be 2 Podoboos hopping out of the lava in a sort of odd even pattern. Capture one of them and drop it right when the other one's about to enter the lava. When they come out of the lava, they should be doing it at roughly the same time. So when one hits the peak of its jump, capture with the second player, and capture back and forth between them until Mario's the only one left standing. While Mario's feet might be feeling super spicy, I might just give this glitch a mild. It's far from cool, but not too hard for you to do. You know what they say, when you gotta go, you gotta go. If you're in a rush to send the letter fast via airmail, I've got the glitch for you. It's a lot better than walking the letters yourself, but if you want to personally take the alphabet to the streets, these glyphs can escape from their cage and take a stroll down Radley Street. I think I finally understand what people meant when they said Mario really sticks out compared to the new Donkers. Unlike regular humans, Mario can dash through walls at crazy speeds. He'd really give Sonic a run for his money. Sometimes speed isn't enough. To get over some problems, you need to really get over them. Or you can run away into the abyss, either works. But in order to run, you gotta learn how to walk. And to walk, you gotta learn how to crawl. And while this glitch has nothing to do with any of those things, it's time for me to show you how it's really done. What you'll want to do is first grab this R and move it right into this corner, making sure the color side is facing outwards. Then grab the A and move it right behind the R, and nudge it over to the left a few steps. You should be able to fit an M sideways into that space, which is exactly what you're going to do. Get the M at just about here and hop onto the scooter. Now what you'll need to do is drive the scooter towards the M, and just before you hit it, you'll need to jump and dismount. The scooter should be up against the M, so now just get into the M and hold upright to get it closer to the R. Now just capture the R and walk out of the park bounds, and drop in the middle of oncoming traffic. Don't try this at home, kids. When a taxi drives into the R, get back into the letter and dash away. It's a bit of a one-use only glitch. Dying or going to another area puts a stop to the fun. Fun is finite, and so is this video length, so I'll cut to the chase and give this glitch a mild rating. Now these glitches were quite the doozy. I apologize for them being so outdated as well, but I will see you back here next week for another video that you may or may not like. But besides that, if you did like it, like the video, I will be streaming on Twitch right now, so go there. But if I don't see you there, have a great day, stay golden.